March 11th, 2021. What can we stop and not? We have 51 cats now, so the ones not on this list have already lived beyond their life expectancy. I've been going over these ideas with Howie and Jamie separately, but we need to sit down together and go over them. I think if we stopped all fundraising, other than what comes from Facebook, YouTube, Smile, existing donors, and a once a year appeal, we have 10 to 12 years of cash. The recent fire drill over a donor not getting recognized brought up in my mind the need to reevaluate our 20-year plan. We wrote that plan in 2004, and we are close enough to finish with it that we have discussed winding all of this down by the end of the year, or next year at the latest. At this point, Jamie says she doesn't trust sending our cats anywhere, even if we support them and I check on them. So that means we have to continue animal care for another 5 to 10 years, but we need to be thinking about how to scale back to just animal care. Asking people to donate to a wall that will probably never be built, or to brick paths that almost no one will ever see, seems like a waste of trust, money, time, and mental health when it is these kinds of donors who tend to make us all crazy. The signs still show up in videos, so that's not as bad, and we could continue that. I know you think donors are still going to visit, but I hate doing those tours. Everyone necessary to animal care hates doing them, and Howie isn't physically capable of doing them, so we may do it for a while, but I want to severely scale that back and remove that where possible from the donor perks. I've been trying to think of things we can stop doing so that it gives Howie and Jamie more time to pursue their own goals. Things we can stop. 1. Tours. I canceled our Tour Buddy app as of June 2021. 2. Film crews, news outlets, radio ads. 3. Outreach, virtual and in person. 4. Partner volunteers. Howie says they write the thank you notes. 5. Big Cat Times. We should do the current issue and Christmas, but I don't see any reason to keep printing it in 2022. There will be very little news to report, and I don't know that it accounts for a lot of donations. 6. Gift shop and online sales. I'd like to divest ourselves of everything we have in stock at cost if we have to, and after that, shut down both by the end of 2021. We can expect to net about $75,000 in 2021, with decreasing nets as inventory sells out. That would free up Brittany for animal care. 7. We could stop with the audited statements. If we get $80,000 or less from the CFC each year, it really isn't worth all the bother we have to put into the audits and making sure we have interns from 15 states each year. Stop CFC, that's the combined federal campaign. Stop CFC and stop worrying about our GuideStar rating, since we don't need it to attract new donors and we don't need a watchdog to make sure we do right by our existing donors. It never hurt somebody else in this industry or somebody else in this industry to have lousy ratings by not meeting their arbitrary standards. We can make this year our last year of in situ investment. That will save us $100,000 a year and free up more of Lauren's time for animal care. 9. We could abandon the website and let Isabel go at the end of the year. People won't leave Facebook anyway, and our online visits have been dropping for years. Lisa Meyer can help me if it crashes. We use it as a source text for our online crew to share, but it could host internally as a resource, so it isn't completely lost. We get about $4,500 annual net from Zoo College, so if it crashes, I can refund everyone and close it. 10. Stop fundraising for capital improvements, walls, bricks, tiles, in situ, or anything other than feeding our cats that we have and rehab. We agreed on March 11th to stop the wall and bricks. We'll send the tiles to the donors. $500 and up donors get tours, so we need to reevaluate that. 11. No need to be part of the Big Cat Sanctuary Alliance, nor to be GFAS accredited, as it won't change how we care for the cats. I think we may be hosting their site, but that's only $150 a year. 12. We could wind down to 1 board meeting per year. 13. At the end, we can cancel Phone to Action and maybe scale back some of Salsa. Keep the customer relationship management database, CRM, but eliminate all of the advocacy components if they are a la carte. Things we can't stop yet. This will be our last year of trying to get the bill passed, but pass or fail by the end of the session 2022, We're done. 2, Facebook and YouTube both generate enough funds to pay for Afton, Lauren, Deb, and Luana, with a lot left over for the cats. That means we need to continue to post videos and photos. 3, animal care is where it gets tricky. The intern and volunteer program are a huge hassle, but they provide animal care, raking, cage painting, etc. We need to figure out how many people it really takes to feed and clean every day, along with meds twice a day, and all of the grounds upkeep to see if the hassle of recruiting, training, and retaining is really worth it. Our annual salary burn rate is $620,000 to keep doing what we're doing. 4, the Jeff/Joe lawsuit will surely end this year, and if it doesn't, I'm ready to stop paying lawyers over it soon, and no later than by the end of 2021. 5, I think the Ann lawsuit will fizzle out in the next couple of months. 6, we will still need Jamie to manage our rehab program and oversee our volunteer program. Victor to manage the grounds, Howie to manage taxes, Gail to manage properties, Afton and Aaron to manage volunteers and interns, Katie to manage donors, Deb and Luana to manage our online donors, and we need to have a vet available. So I don't see any way to cut our most expensive costs, which are people. If I'm not dreaming up new ways to end big cat abuse, I could take over Katie's job, but that doesn't save us much, and I'd hate the tedium of it. A better use of my time would be in building our real estate portfolio. 7, the live webcams are such good security when they work that I'd need to keep Randall coming out to keep them working. 8, we already committed to the Think Factory series, but if it never gets a second episode, that's fine. I've already committed to I Can See Your Voice this month, but that won't require travel or anyone coming here. Howie will cancel the 2 days of filming with Lannon's people. I only have 2 interviews scheduled, one follow-up on the 12th and one for a class on the 23rd. 9, annual appeal can be just a simple letter asking people to feed the cats. Actions we should take now or as soon as the bill passes. 1, see if the Vox systems can be sold back to the vendor, and if not, on eBay. 2, reduce inventory and gift shop dramatically and not order new items. We need to let Aaron know to not replenish any stock. 3, cancel things that might require 90-day, 60-day, or 30-day notice. 4, calculate what our burn rate will be keeping all of this staff in order to keep the volunteer and intern programs running versus hiring people to feed, clean, rake, and paint. 5, divest ourselves of things we don't need, like all these tables, chairs, desks, old iMacs, and store computer parts and peripheries. 6, consolidate stuff into fewer buildings so we can cut off power and internet where possible. 7, pools are a constant source of maintenance for days at a time. So as they crack, we should fill with dirt so that each cat only has one pool. Then I go through all of the salaries in a breakdown that I'm not going to share here. If we let Isabel go at the end of the year and stop in situ, audited statements, advocacy tools we don't need, I think we can save about $400,000 a year. That's more than enough to feed and medicate the cats. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at bigcatrescue.org/Carole.Baskin.